Hello, it's Saturday the 20th of April. Welcome back to another edition of Up the Reds TV with me, Andy. So this one's a double header. This one's post-match Atalanta that we played on Thursday night, and also the Fulham preview. So let's get on with the post-match for Atalanta. Yeah, we fell short on Thursday night. We came away with a 1-0 victory, so we go out to the competition. That's the Europa League by 3-1. And if we're honest with ourselves, we lost that game at Anfield. We lost this tie at Anfield in the performance against Atalanta. I thought we started the game okay. We got the penalty, early goal. We were dominating in long parts of that first half, but if Mo would have stuck that chance away, the shinner that went wide 10 minutes before half time, who knows what could have happened in the second half. That's if, buts, and etc. So yeah, but second half, you got to give every credit to Atalanta. They pushed up 10 yards further up the pitch and closed all our supplies lines down, and we sort of like just couldn't find a rhythm or an answer in the second half, which was quite disturbing, because an older team of Jurgen's would have done that. So yeah, so we had a couple of chances. More in the first half, and I don't think did we trouble the keeper, maybe with the header from Darwin Núñez, and the subs didn't make any impact at all, really, if I'm honest with you, other than busying themselves. But yeah, so every credit to Atalanta, and good luck to them in the next round of the tournament. But I just want to mention one thing that I thought was a bit silly and daft after the game, and even yesterday. Lots of fans having a go at Jurgen Klopp, saying he might as well leave. It's all down to him. What's happened this season? Honestly, we really should be giving our heads a wobble if we think like that, because it's been a multitude of things. If this was last season, if this carried on from last season, maybe I could understand some of the comments that were coming out. But last season was, well, we could see that the team needed regalvanising. This season, the team's been regalvanised. Players have come in. Players have had to fit into a system that they're not used to playing in. We've had horrendous injuries, and just look where we are in the league. We won the Carabao Cup final at Wembley with the kids because we had horrendous injuries. And as I reiterate, look where we are in the league. We've got 6 games to go, and we're in a conversation about the title. And so that brings me on to my next point. So Jurgen did his press conference for the Fulham game. So he said quite a few things in his press conference. He was trying to get the positive. He said, look, we've had a bad week, okay, footballing terms wise. And he said, look, it's not how many punches you get, it's how you deal with those punches. And I thought that was quite apt, because, yeah, we have had a bad week. He also said that he sees Liverpool in a good situation, where we are at this part of the season. And whether you like it or not, you'll have to agree with that, because what are we, second on equal points, bar it goal difference in the league, 2 points off the leaders, Manchester City, 6 games to go. He says, look, the boys know that he doesn't tell them things he doesn't believe in. So obviously, he's saying it's his job to pick the boys up after the week that we've had. I mean, there was a positive from Atalanta's game. We had a clean sheet. We had Alisson back. The back four had only played for which is probably the first on the first team sheet. In the first 11, that's probably the strongest back four he's going to play. Me personally, I'd play Jurgen Kwanzaa in there, and so the midfield was stronger. Just the forwards weren't good enough, unfortunately. So yeah, he said he doesn't tell them things he doesn't believe in. He said we will turn things round. We have to forget about City and Arsenal, and rightly so. There's 6 games to go. He thinks there's going to be twists and turns in those 6 games, and he said we have to deal with the opposition chances that they're getting against us a lot better, and we have to also deal with our chances that we take, as in getting unburied. And he said he's more than happy. He said we're in a moment. He said, look, if you need to win the Premier League in this country, you have to be near to perfection. Again, totally agree with that sentiment. We've been punching above ourselves this season with this new squad. We might be. Have we had things to deal with? We've had injuries to deal with. We've had Jurgen's announcement to say that he's leaving. We've bedded some kids into the team. Well, when I say kids, I don't mean that way. I mean, some of them have been at the club a long time. We've bedded the youngsters in, and they've helped us. Every member of the squad has helped Liverpool Football Club this season, and we have to be thankful. I don't think we as a club have ever felt sorry for ourselves, footballing wise, since Jurgen's Klopp's coming. We've just grafted, and the lads have grafted, and they're coming back now from, majority of them are coming back now from injuries, so it doesn't give us much time because the games are going to be constant. We're going to have a bit of a rest period now. We're out of the Europa League, which is maybe a blessing in disguise for us. We've got 4 away games 3 away games, is it now? So we've got Fulham, Wolves, and we've got another one that I can't think of the top of my head, so apologies for that one. But I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments who that is. So Trent's back, Robbo's back, Dom, Mo's back, Curtis is back. Look, Fulham is going to be a good test for us because they've got some really clever and interesting players, midfielders. The full-backs like to push up. Fulham beat West Ham and they had less possession than West Ham. So I think West Ham might be the other team, actually, come to think of it, that we play as the 3rd away game. So they went through a period where they were just missing out on games, but now they're back to the solid way. So it's going to be good for us to play them. Will he play 3-4-3 against us? I don't think he will, the Fulham manager. I think he'll play his normal 4-3-3. But we have to be on it. The boys have to deliver. Jurgen can't keep telling them what to do and get the messages out. They have to perform for us. Like I say, 6 games. We could treat them as 6 finals. We've got to use all of the squad. But we have to start taking our chances and getting them converted. Some players are going through a lull this season, i.e. off form. We know who they are, okay? And some of them have been getting undue stick for my liking. on the social media platforms. We should just get behind the team between now and the rest of the season. Will there be other twists in the league? I'm not so sure, but Jurgen's hopeful. I'm sure some supporters are, but our aim is to get this team into the Champions League, and we're not far away from that. 2 or 3 games probably decide that fate for us, and that's going to be massive for the new gaffer that comes in, whoever that might be, next season, because that will attract players that he wants to bring to the club as well. Playing in the Champions League, the biggest European or world club competition, okay, it's better than any other in the world. So Liverpool have a right to be in that tournament, as far as I'm concerned, because we are a big club in Europe, and we are a big club in the Premier League. Right, that's me done. My team, before I say I'm done, my team is going to be the same back 5 that started at Atalanta. Hopefully there's no niggles or anything. And I think Endo will probably come back in this one. It could be Endo, Maka and Curtis Jones, or he might play the same midfielders against Atalanta, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. So it'll be Jones, Maka and Szoboszlai. Up front is interesting for me. We're not getting a tune out of the front 3. Diaz, Nunes and Mo. I'd give Jota a start in this one. We haven't scored from open play. It's been a while now. Last 2 games. Before the Atalanta game. So we need to be finding our shooting boots. Our heading skills or whatever, and scoring from open play. We create enough chances for that to happen, and we should be taking them, as Jurgen alluded in his press conference. Okay, that's enough from me. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. This is all things Liverpool. You won't get any information on here from ITMK accounts or any other account. If it comes from Liverpool Football Club, I'll mention it. If it comes from third parties, I'm not interested, and neither should you be, because it'll only rile up some fans getting ahead of themselves. Okay, look after yourselves. Have a boss Saturday evening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow after the game. Up the Reds.